Good morning, back out on the tube. Of course we are. We're up to episode 12 now. Yes, I think so, of End of the Line. I'm out today on a rather cold day. I've got so many t-shirts on, I've got 6 layers on, so that's how chilly it is as I head north, up the Northern Line to Zone 5, not Zone 6, as we tick off High Barnet.
The next station is High Barnet, where this train terminates.
High Barnet Station was opened by the Great Northern Railway in 1872 and was built on the site of the Barnet Fair. It didn't become part of the London Underground and serviced by tube trains until 1940. And it retains much of its Victorian architecture today, with numerous platform buildings predating the London transport era. Okay, so 3 platforms, a little bit like Edgware, 3 and 2 here with the nice sort of canopy train shed roof, platform 1 over there. An intriguing step-free sort of ramp level area at the end we'll get to in a minute. Just watch this train depart first, get a shot of the train departing. Now, there are some toilets back there. They're unfortunately locked, but there's a waiting room here. And weirdly, slash excitingly, I've never been in the waiting room at High Barnet. Again, it pertains to Tube Challenge. The many times I've been to High Barnet Station, generally always because I was trying to connect quickly to Cockfosters. Tube Challenge tip, if you're interested, my preferred way of doing it was always to come to here, High Barnet, go out the side entrance and hope for a 307 bus, a swift connection there to take you straight down to Oakwood Station, and then double back Oakwood, Cockfosters, back down through Oakwood and back down into the centre of town. That to me was always the best and fastest way of doing it. So I've never just hung out here at High Barnet. Now High Barnet on the tube map has got a full blue accessible blob, meaning that it is step free, and it does that not with lifts but with this rather protracted walkway, walk around area which goes all the way around the buffers of all the trains and allows you to connect to all the platforms from the entrances. But the entrances, as we'll see in a second, I don't think are particularly flat, they're quite slopey, but we'll mention that in a second. But also, I like coming here, there's even a little bench at halfway for the photographer to rest their weary feet. Photographer, yes, because this is a really good place to sit and just get a cool photo of the train in there on platform 1. It's a cool place to come and take a picture undisturbed. The grilled fencing too allows for a nice soft focus shot. So when you come to High Barnet, do come and snap an end of the line picture here.
Northern Line, the next train to Northern via will depart on platform 3 in 2 minutes.
Outside, the side entrance leads to an access road and a roundabout. And our favourite thing here on End of the Line. Yes, a car park. And we will be playing with an official bingo sheet in later episodes, so do be prepared for that. There is also, by the car park, this most un-tube-like tube map on this information point here. Yes, there's a regular tube map down here, but look at that. There's this really non-Johnston font. It's grey bits, weird colours. There's a map of the Northern Line. Hasn't got the Battersea Park extension either. This needs updating. It does feel odd how the station is down in a cutting, with no grand station building leading directly out onto the main road. Just the sloped entrance that leads up here to Barnet Hill. Now in a minute I'm going to take you on an exciting magical mystery tour of my 6 favourite things to do in Barnet, because the station is here in a cutting and the rest of the town, the actual sort of town centre, is up a hill. And obviously when they were building the railway they thought we won't take it any further because otherwise we're going to have to negotiate a gradient. But because it's in a cutting, that means that this path here is on a slope, and then the other entrance there is also on an even longer, steeper slope. And if you were trying to actually get to the station, this bit here, the slope is like that. Come on, that's really steep. There's quite a lot of slopes. I think they should turn that slope, TfL if you're watching, why not turn that slope over there into a travelator? That would be amazing. And by the incredibly steep ramped entrance, Chesham of course had its lovely garden. High Barnet has sort of got, but it's got something. It's definitely, what's that? I don't know what that is. Can someone in the comments explain? Someone's carved a bear? Is that a bear? I need to know. Why is there a carved bear at High Barnet? I then tried to walk up the nearby Mount Everest. Sorry, I mean the steep entrance ramp to the station. And whilst doing so, it occurred to me that some of you are very kind and often ask in the comments, do I ever fear my camera getting stolen when I do those walk away shots? So here's a little exclusive behind the scenes insight. I do indeed occasionally look back. There we go. Yep, hello Jeff. Just to make sure that everything's okay. Now, there's a rule in video making that says never video yourself eating food or other people eating food because it just doesn't look good. However, nice chips, hot chips on a cold day. I'm prepared to make an exception to this rule today for a terrible pun that's coming up. And that is, I should point out, I do my research when making these videos. I'm just about to do 6 amazing things to look at and see and do in Barnet when that happens. But what I'm quite confused about is, well, the tube station is called High Barnet, but just over there on the church there's a sign that refers to Chipping Barnet, and there is of course just Barnet, the borough of London, that is Barnet. And so is it Barnet or High Barnet or Lower Barnet? I think somewhere on a map I saw an East Barnet. You know, if you live in Barnet, what do you call it? And so basically YouTube comments, this is, and I don't often say this, your time to shine. If you live in Barnet or High Barnet or, wait for it, Chipping Barnet, see what I did there? Please leave me a comment and tell me what you call it, and tell me what the difference is between High Barnet, regular Barnet, Chipping Barnet, and all other variations of Barnets. I'd love to know. So whilst I eat my chips, we'll do the sponsor, and then we will do 6 brilliant things to do in High Barnet. So if you use the internet a lot like I do, you may be aware that there are companies on the web that collect your data, known as data brokers, and they then sell the data that they have about you on to others. Now you can go around to all the individual companies that you know of and ask them to remove your data, but there could be hundreds of them that you'd have to contact in different ways, and sometimes they might even refuse your request. So that's why there's one company that will do all the hard work for you and clean up all your digital data on the internet for you. And that's what today's sponsor, Incogni, does for you. Sign up with them, tell them to work on your behalf, and they will go ahead and do all the hard work for you. And you can log in and check to see who they've contacted and what progress has been made. And you'll start to be notified from companies that your data has been removed. And this could just be something simple where you've signed up for a newsletter or loyalty card, and yet your data is used to contact you about something else from somebody else that you might not even know. Incogni will clean all this up for you and make it go away. If you want to know more, it's worth looking at the promo here. Go to incogni.com/Jeff, and the first 100 people get 20% off a great deal. There's a link down in the description below. So when you come to Barnet, there are 6 brilliant things you need to see and do. Quickfire, here we go. First up is the Old Mitre pub, an old coaching inn that's been here since 1553, with its splendid wood beams and exposed brickwork inside. There's also a plaque outside detailing the Battle of Barnet too. If you like pubs, come here. Second is the nearby Spires shopping centre, so called because it was literally an old church where the spires have been retained, and that's what's at the front of the shopping centre today every time you walk inside. Third is where I was eating my chips a moment ago. This is the impressive parish church of St John the Baptist. Historical records suggest that there was a chapel in Barnet on this site dating back to 1272. This church was obviously rebuilt in more recent times. Fourth, a visit to the Barnet Museum is well time spent. I particularly like that they've got the football that was used in 1946. That's the year that Barnet FC won the Amateur FA Cup. Staffed by lovely volunteers, they're open every day except Monday. Fifth, get yourself up to Barnet Road and find this entrance to Whalebone Park, where the entrance is an archway literally made up of whale bones. And then finally, sixth, and best of all, an extension of the museum is the Barnet Physic Well. Spring mineral water is here, which was thought to have therapeutic qualities. It's housed inside this Tudor-style building, which was erected by the council in 1937, later restored and now open on select dates of the year with support from the Heritage of London Trust. So those are your 6 brilliant things to do in Barnet. I'm just wandering back from the shopping centre back down to the tube station. Keep seeing all these buses, and it's reminded me to tell you, of course, that Barnet is the place where I came before to do London's least used bus. If you want to check out the video on the 389 and the 399, do go and watch that because it leaves from here, from the back of the bus station behind the shopping centre. But High Barnet Tube Station awaits. There you go, that's episode 12. Come to High Barnet, East Barnet, Friern Barnet, Chippen Barnet, whatever Barnet you want to call it. End of the line, Zone 5, Northern Line. Playlist coming up. Press subscribe. See you soon. Bye.